You gotta make your own kind of music. Sing.
Do you think this is a bad idea?
Yes, it's a bad idea.
I'm getting mixed signals. Yes or no?
It's a definite no.
I can't see your mouth through the gate.
No, 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 no.
I think you said yes.
No.
I'm going with yes.
But at the end of the day, I don't care. I'm crazier than you are by a lot.
I was a little like damn.
Yeah.
Once I got the whole transcript, I was like, damn. You know, I wasn't like.
Let me sit my stupid ass down. Bro, what am I doing?
Oh God.
I love it in here. I fucking love it!
I'm just a girl. I'm just a girl. It's been a long time coming, but it's you and me, that's my whole world.
I am very sleep deprived, but I need to talk about this. I swear all the best fanfics are unfinished. Basically every unfinished fanfic that I've ever read, literally top tier, god tier, amazing, beautiful, spectacular, written perfectly, just everything that I would want in a fanfic. And of course, it has to be unfinished. I am telling you, I just read this beautiful fanfic and it was so good, and they finally got together. But then they didn't get together fully, and then I checked the next chapters and it was gonna be finishing soon, aka unfinished soon, and they were never gonna get down and dirty like they were supposed to, and that has left me in a state of just emptiness for a little bit now, and I just, yeah.
Because nobody admits anything they do.
If I was to dedicate a fraction of the energy I dedicate to fanfiction, to the books that are on my TBR, I could read every single one of them in less than a year, right? Because this fanfiction I'm reading right now, the hashtag said extremely slow burn. I was like, yeah, that's fine. I could read this. I like a slow burn. There's 138 chapters. It's still being updated to this day. I'm on chapter 50. They can't stand to be in the same room together. They argue every single second. The most that's happened is when one of the characters is telling them about an experience with this other character, and they're like, did he touch you? And they're like, no, they didn't. Apart from like touching my face. Well, I thought you said they didn't touch you. Well, that doesn't count, right? And now the other one is touching the other one's face, talking about trying to erase where they touched, and that's fueling me. Now I'm ready for the next chapter. I will read all 138 chapters in less than a week. No, give it a couple of days. I'll be there. But the books on my TBR, bro, it's taking me ages. It's taking me ages. When I say I'm in a reading slump, I'm talking about reading slump when it comes to the books. When it comes to fanfiction, I'll never stop. I've never been in a reading slump with a fanfiction. Oh my god.
You can meet me at my hotel, but nothing on under your trench coat.
Stop crying. It won't do any good. And anyway, you have a lot of work to do, starting right now.
My life is the crown, and yours is politics, and I will not trade one prison for another.
I'm sorry that I looked at Mrs. Riley and lightly grazed her left tit, all right?
You gotta make your own kind of music. I found my frequency. Crystals, speak to me.
What are they saying?
Buy more crystals.
This is how I used math to create the AO3 logo on a graphing calculator. So this isn't actually one equation, this is 6 equations that I bounded to only show pieces of, but nonetheless, here they are. The first piece of the graph is a circle here, and the equation of a circle is really simple. It's just x squared plus y squared equals the radius squared, and here the radius is 1. And for any equation, when you subtract things from x, it moves it right. When you add things to x, it moves it left. When you subtract things from y, it moves it up. And when you add things to y, it moves it down. The next piece of the equation is this. And for this, I use the square root function, which looks like this. And I just moved it down and left. These next two pieces actually both use the same function. And that is a sine wave, which looks like this. But I actually use the absolute value of a sine wave, which means that anything that's negative here is actually flipped up to be positive. So it looks like this. And that was y equals sine x, but x equals sine y is that, but turned 90 degrees. So then I had this wave, and this wave. And then the final piece I used was the x cubed function, which looks like this. And I just moved it down and left again. And then altogether, these equations would all look like this. And so what I did is I bounded all of them, which means I said that I only want to show these equations between this value and this value, so only a piece of it, to get something like this. And then I changed the color of all of them to red. And yeah, now we have the AO3 logo. Let me know if this was interesting to anybody but me.
I'm already there. Take a look.
Just smell the grass, the dirt, just like I dreamed they'd be. Just smell the grass, the dirt, just like I dreamed they'd be. Just feel that summer breeze, the way it's calling me.
This is why you don't have an arch nemesis, Terry, because you focus on the wrong details.
Maybe I don't have an arch nemesis because I solve all my crimes.
That's a pretty up thing to say to me.
One of my favorite things to do on AO3 is just basically read the same fan fiction 15 different times in slightly different flavors. I mean, yeah, it's the same plot point over and over and over again, but who the fuck's gonna stop me?
You gotta make your own kind of music. Sing your own special song.
One time in my life I felt that. What was my purpose? And sometimes you graduate out of high school, you look for that job, you look for that career, college.
So?
No, I'm saying
What now?
I mean, it's not specifically.
I'm already there. Take a look around.
I read too many fics to read work in progresses these days because I read so many fics that I forget, like, if I have to come back to a fic, what happened in that particular fic. I always sort with the filters, complete works only. I won't start it if it's a work in progress, except when I accidentally forget to do the filter and get 55,000 words deep into a 60,000 word fic. That's one of the best fics I've ever read, and then you realize, and you're like, oh god, because there's still 13 chapters that need to be written, and it hasn't been updated since June. That's where we're at right now. I've read it up to now, and I don't know what to do.
You're crazy!